Now, sometimes it appears that people in Washington can't quite relate to us. I'm going to show you why. First of all, let me show you the enormous amount of money our leaders are worth. President Obama is worth $11.8 million. Mitt Romney is worth at least $230 million, but that grossly understates it. Some of this information is from the Federal Reserve, etc. Celebrity net worth, to keep it real. Total net worth of Congress is $4.6 billion. Isn't that amazing how much money they have? In fact, you can see it right there. Republicans are worth a little bit more on average than Democrats, but the Democrats are also stinking rich. Senators have $13.2 million in net worth on average. Congressmen, only $6 million. See on the lower left there, that's you folks. Average net worth of a U.S. citizen, $77,300. Now, that includes your house, that includes your cars, that includes everything you own, right? So 77,000, 6 million, 13.2 billion. You think they can feel your pain? They literally cannot feel your pain because they're insulated by the tremendous wealth that they have. So they deal with the bankers all the time and they know and understand their pain. Oh my God, we're all rich. Can you believe Obama or any progressive blamed anyone who's rich or a banker or a politician? Can you believe that? God, my feelings are hurt. But do they know what it means to be underwater in their mortgage, not to be able to pay their mortgage because they got sold a bill of goods? No, you remember Countrywide used to give the senators and congressmen that were connected great deals. They do the opposite. If you were poor, they do what Washington Mutual called ghetto loans. They go, here's an interest rate. We're just kidding. 18 months later, that interest rate explodes on you. And it's a totally unpayable bill that makes your house a situation that you can't possibly recover from because the debt gets so large. So if you're poor, you get screwed the most. But if you're rich and you're a connected congressman or senator, well, you get the best deal, the lowest interest rate. You have to pay the least amount of money. Now, you already, on average, as a senator, have $13 million, and you pay the least. Well, no wonder you don't understand or care about the real problems of homeowners in America. They don't understand what we're going through at all. Now, just because you're rich doesn't mean you can't understand it. Look, FDR was rich, and he brought us the New Deal and was terrific in helping the American middle class and the poor, etc. But these guys, by their actions, obviously do not feel the same way. You know who described it best, interestingly enough? It was actually Barack Obama before he became president. In his book, back in 2008, he wrote, In the Audacity of Vote, as a consequence of my fundraising, I became more like the wealthy donors I met, in the very particular sense that I spent more and more of my time above the fray, outside the world of immediate hunger, disappointment, fear, irrationality, and frequent hardship of the other 99% of the population. That is, the people I'd entered public life to serve. Boy, I mean, you really can't describe it any better than that. But now, unfortunately, the great irony is President Obama is in the same boat as all these guys. He's also the one who has given a pittance to homeowners while giving trillions to the bankers, having done no real reform of the banking industry whatsoever, but done such a minor reform that you can cover it up and go, what? We already did reform. What do you mean? Look at that. You see that? I did a tiny bit of reform and the bankers cried about it. But whenever the bankers do cry, he goes, oh my God, okay, let me address it. When the homeowners feel the pain, he's like, I don't know, who are they? Homeowners. What name so? So he went with Republican policies because they're not really Republican or Democratic policies, as you see from the numbers. They all agree. We should cut, for example, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, which is what Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney proposed to do, and also exactly what President Obama proposes to do if he wins re-election. He just said it earlier this week. He still wants to do the grand bargain. He wants to cut even more on top of the $1 trillion he's already cut from spending for the middle class. Why? The rich and corporations need more tax cuts.